Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are again back on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. My name is Greg Dorr. We are doing the second entry into our MVP series. We did the last one on transforming Vegeta. If you've not checked that out, maybe consider doing so. But basically, we are talking about units that bring the most value to your box, and that's the specific word you need to differentiate between value and best. This is not necessarily talking about the best unit. It's talking about the most valuable units, and we've done transforming Vegeta. If you want to know my reasonings behind why he's one of the most valuable, head over and check that out. Today we're going to be looking at LR AGL Gohan. Now, just to go through the unit itself to start with, he's the Kamehameha leader, attack and defense 170, HP 130, ki +3, and mono super AGL 3 ki and 120 across the board. He stacks his defense on both supers in base form, which is a 30% raise continuously until he either transforms or you win the battle, basically, because that's how he works. 100% to each stat. Now that in context may look a little low compared to some of the other units we've seen in recent times, but I mean, it's that one and that one there that you're looking at. Now on top of that, it's 1 ki and 10% at the start of each turn to each stat, up to a max of 5 ki and 70%. So 5 turns worth of ki building and 7 turns worth of stat building. That amounts to quite a heavy hitting, rock solid defensive unit. Like honestly, he just turns into a healer, a heavy hitter, and a defensive juggernaut. Even if you're floating him, he honestly ends up becoming just so defensively sound it's not funny. Now he has an active skill, rare to see, and most of what I'm saying about his value comes from just him in base form, but he does transform into Super Saiyan 2. Now when he does, it only happens when you are below 58% HP at any turn in the fight if there is an Android 16 on your team. Incredibly difficult to do in a lot of the teams that he's in, so don't count on that. Or same HP restriction when there is an Android's category enemy or ally after the 5th turn, which is the more likely scenario you're going to find yourself in. Then he transforms into Super Saiyan 2. Each super attack raises his defense by, is it 50%? Yes, and then attack as well on the 12 key, but he loses all that stack. This is the thing that people don't understand. You retain any defensive stacks from your supers, but you lose all of this. This resets, so he becomes then attack plus 20%, defense plus 7% per key sphere obtained. So to get to your 100% attack, it's 5 key spheres. To get to the 70% defense, it's 10 key spheres. So you kind of do typically want to stack with him a little bit first, but again, you're also raising defense by 50% when you do super regardless anyway. Randomly changes. He's basically a rainbow orb changer when facing one enemy. He launches a guaranteed additional super when faces multiple enemies, but does not change key spheres, so that's kind of the trade-off. And he gets an extra 59% attack when performing an ultra super attack, and you have a Super Saiyan Goku on rotation, so in that specific turn. Ridiculous unit, hits like an absolute freight train. But the value I'm going into is not necessarily what he does. We know how good he is. It's all around here in his categories and all here in his links. His links are nothing necessarily special, but that's what makes them special. Everyone has 2 or 3 of these links. You pick any, because he leads the Kamehameha category, everyone's having this on his team. So Super Saiyan is every second unit. Prepared for Battle is every second Super Saiyan unit, or 2 out of 3. Golden Warrior is not uncommon in Super Saiyan and Kamehameha either. Fierce Battle, obviously, legendary power. So linking him up with people that link well with him, not difficult to do. All the categories is where he's amazing. Obviously, when he's used on each of the categories, he just performs fine as it is. Like, he'll just do whatever job you need him to do, whether it's a short event or a long event, he'll probably do it well. Extreme Super Battle Road is probably his weakest area. That's because he doesn't really get too much time to stack, but he doesn't need an awful long time to stack before he's pretty sound anyway. So, couple of turns in, he ends up being a bit of a monster. But the value, and this is similar to the Vegeta video that I did, the value comes in his leader skill combined with these categories to the degree where you can hopefully use him as a leader for certain Dokkan Fest exclusive category leaders that you may not have pulled. And at the time of recording, the all-out struggle category and the blue Goku and Vegeta just dropped like 2 or 3 days ago, and which that kind of prompted me to do this video. I'd been meaning to for a while, but you can basically run an all-out struggle / joined forces, because that's what they are, with LR Gohan, because they're on Kamehameha and he's on all-out struggle. They cover each other. Then basically you just need to make sure that any of the all-out struggle or joined forces units you choosing to bring have either the Kamehameha category or a super AGL. So even this guy here gets a run. If you go to joined forces, which I didn't bring up in preparation unfortunately, where are we? Here we are. So before we go ahead, obviously they're there as well. The other LR Gohan is there. Evolution Blue Vegeta is also part of it. This Goku should be, but he's not. Blue Kai Ken Goku obviously as well. The TURs, but that's not a big deal. And then you go to joined forces and you think about all the super AGL and Kamehameha units, and you got 1, you got 2, you've got 3, all these ones here obviously. You've got Gohan and Goten, you have the 2 third-year fusions, you've even got the wait, are you guys Kamehameha? I'm pretty sure you are Kamehameha. I don't have these guys, so I'm not 100% sure. They're Kamehameha as well, so they fit on the team. So you can make a very powerful team. Very powerful team. It's a shame this cell does not have Kamehameha, otherwise you'd be able to more easily activate the active skill for Gohan on this team, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work like that. Obviously the Kamehameha team is his. You can go to absolute town with this team. It's not very support friendly. There's not too many supports on there, but the one unit to point out is this one here. This unit, there is no excuses not to have it. It's free to play, free to 100% actually, because Super Saiyan Goku is in the name prior to the exchange, and you can just stack defense while supporting, whereas it Goku's family category allies, and then having Golden Warrior Super Saiyan prepared for battle and Kamehameha. I think even Saiyan Warrior Race, and even Saiyan Warrior Race, you've got a very, very good linking partner for him, for LR Gohan here. So this is a must grind if you're running LR AGL Gohan. You get to a point where maybe the collection is a little bit better than to use him, but still very much worth using if you do have AGL LR Gohan. Now obviously Hybrid Saiyans. Now Hybrid Saiyans can be run using LR Gohan as a leader, providing you're taking the God Goku, because unfortunately none of the Ultimate Gohans or Adult Gohans, the future Ultimate or Teen, have Kamehameha, nor are they Super AGL, which is a little frustrating. But this in Goku does have the Kamehameha category on him. He also leads Pure and Hybrid Saiyans, so you can probably get a little bit more inventive by running him as your leader, because then you can also take Pure Saiyans that are Kamehameha category as well. So Hybrid Saiyans can get a look in there. Transformation Boost, if you're running Boo as your leader, you can run a full Transformation Boost team as long as they've got Kamehameha or a Super AGL. So you've got the Blue Fusions, you've got Oob, you've got LR Cell, you've even got LR Boo. Then you've got all the Super AGL plus any Kamehameha, which is still Exchange Boo. It's half the cells getting around, some of the Boos even getting around. Goku Blacks. It's just, yeah, you've got a very, 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 very large collection to choose from in Transformation Boost, because in general it's just a broken category. Goku's family. Now one of the best things about this is both the LR leaders for this category are both Kamehameha. So I'll be honest, whilst if I'm running strictly Goku's family, I'll probably end up running LR Goku and Gobros together. That being said, I do love running one Super Saiyan 4 Goku and one LR AGL Gohan as my 2 leaders for a joint Kamehameha and Goku's family, because I mean, look, even Spirit Bomb Absorb, he gets less of a buff because he's not in Kamehameha, he's only Super AGL, but then again Gohan and Goten are in here. That support I was just talking about is on here. Even this guy's there. Again, speaking of LR God Goku, I mean, look at this roster. Look at this roster, and how many of them don't have Kamehameha. I think the list of units without Kamehameha is probably shorter than the list with them in Goku's family. Youth is another one, especially considering the Kid Goku is a Kamehameha unit. It's a little difficult to build this team, even though you got these three, which are really good. Obviously that one. I don't have this Super Saiyan 2 in LR Gohan. You've even got Pan, which is pretty handy considering how kind of AGL heavy you'll probably end up making this category. I mean, you got the Trunks as well. You could always pair him with the Goten for a pretty handy rotation. You're not Kamehameha though, unfortunately. So yeah, there are a few options there on youth. Super Saiyans is a big one. Obviously, Namek Goku is Kamehameha as well, as the Super Saiyan leader, and you've also got the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. But Kamehameha, Super AGL obviously speaks for itself. You've got a hell of a collection there. You've got these guys again, obviously being Super Saiyan. Looking at this one, Kamehameha. Where are we? That's probably about it. You get it. I don't mind you. You're better than I think you get credit for, but you are aging a little bit. Unfortunately, you're not Kamehameha, which is really annoying. Really annoying. STR is pretty barren when it comes to Kamehameha. Oh, you got the Orb Changer there, which is always handy. And then similar sort of thing. You've obviously also got, I just realised, on the Super AGL, the Gogeta here, who's aged very well. Love that unit. Looking at androids in Cell Saga, obviously LR Cell himself is a Kamehameha unit. So this is a very fun team to run if you're doing it like that. So you're basically looking at any Super AGL or Kamehameha units from this again. So you've got the Super Saiyan 2 there. Unfortunately, again, you can't run that one for that crazy pairing that is the LR Cell rotation. But actually, do Cell Juniors have Kamehameha? They should do. They do the Kamehameha in there. They don't. That's annoying. So they do not. You've got the support there as well. As I mentioned before, you have Instant Transmission Goku. You've got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who's also a pseudo Kamehameha leader. Probably not worth it. All the other cells, other than the LR of course, are on Kamehameha. And that's about it for the Android slash Cell Saga. Bonder and Master and Disciple was being a ridiculously good category. You can only run LR Gohan as your leader if you're running this Goku as the Bonder, Master and Disciple leader, because obviously he's a Kamehameha unit, and none of these guys have Kamehameha or are they Super AGL. Obviously these two qualify, so do you. Obviously everyone here does, which Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Blue Kaioken Goku, probably your most noteworthy there. Actually, even Grandpa Gohan. The support again, see, this is why you need to, if you have LR Gohan, you must have this guy, and because he's free to rainbow, it's just absolute stupidity not to. If ever they give an awakening to this Goku here, and where is that Vegeta here, watching them pair with their type counterparts, like him with this Goku, that Vegeta, this Goku, it won't work in the context of LR Gohan, but it'll just be a stupid rotation. Kamehameha here, you got Kid Goku again. You've got Blue Kaioken Goku here, and that's probably going to cut it there for Bonder, Master and Disciple. And finally, unfortunately, I did keep this one open, even though it's not a possibility for LR AGL Gohan. It's the lack of Kamehameha for this guy right here. His entire shtick is like doing the Kamehameha to fake out and then come through and punch in the guts and whatnot, but he just doesn't have the category. He's aged a little bit himself, unfortunately, but it would have been a really nice category to have, especially having Cell present on that category. But that's LR AGL Gohan. He's just a monster of a unit, and I went over his Super Saiyan 2 form and what it can do on its own, but even ignoring that, if he did not have that transformation, if he did not, this unit would still be, in my opinion, one of the most valuable. Not the best. He's not going to be the best. If someone's saying, what's the hardest hit or what's the best defending? He's probably in the conversation of best defending, in fairness. But just a unit that once you have it in your box, you've pulled it, you've awakened it, it's LR, it's at 55%, you've just counted your lucky stars, you've pulled your LR. The amount of times you will look at running a specific team and he's just an option for you is just insane. And as I've already gone through the options of maybe he could fit in as a leader for certain units that you don't have, again, hugely valuable. So let me know what you think of him. At the time of recording, there is heavy speculation that there's maybe going to be a BoJack movie Gohan LR on the horizon. We are recording this on the 6th of December 2020. So if he gets announced within the next however long, come here and tell me how much more value this Gohan has become, how much more valuable I should say. But what are your thoughts on LR Gohan in general? Do you agree with what I was talking about? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments down below. If you'd like to subscribe and like the video, that would be much appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I stream over there 2 to 3 times a week if my work permits it in real life. But everything I just asked is free, so it would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. If you don't want to, that is also fine. But yeah, let us know what you reckon down below, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye now.